In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a tool from the folks at Victorinox, the Swiss Army folks, that I've been using for 10, maybe 20 years. I don't remember. A long time I've had this thing. It's the Swiss Card Quattro, and we're going to look at some of the newer versions of the Swiss Card also coming up here. And I'll tell you a little secret that you've got to promise not to share with especially the folks at TSA. So anyway, all that's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me here for another Sharp Saturday video, where every Saturday we take a look at something sharp. And as I said, today we're going to take a look at some Victorinox Swiss cards. And I've also, as I said, I've been carrying this one around with me. I've had this sometimes with me for, I don't know, a couple of decades probably. I don't remember when I got this, but I got it a long time ago. And I also got a little story to tell you about this one that wasn't that long ago. But first, I got to give a big thank you, as always, to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible. And the way that works is, if you join Big Daddy Unlimited for just 99 cents for your first 30-day membership, and what a membership does, it allows you to buy gear and all the stuff you would normally buy anyway at a very discounted price, usually the lowest price you can find anywhere. If you think it's a good deal for you and you stick around and pay them either 10 bucks a month or 99 bucks for an annual membership because you're saving money, then they'll throw me a couple of bucks. So if it's a win for you, it's a win for me, and I think that's a good way to do sponsorship. So anyway, thanks to Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible. Now, it wasn't too painful, was it? As I said, I've been carrying this Victorinox Swiss Card Quattro, either in a jacket or in a pants pocket or something, on and off for, gosh, I don't know, 20 years maybe. I've had it for a long time. Time seems to go by really faster the older I get. But so what I thought I'd do was, the folks at Victorinox were kind enough to send me 3 of their new versions, which I think they've just got 3 different versions of it now. And what I thought we'd do is we'll take you down to the old tabletop here, and we'll talk about what's the same, what's different, the improvements they've made, because they've made some improvements on this thing, and I'll tell you a little story about an experience I had with this one and the TSA also. So without any further ado, let me just take you down to the old tabletop so we can get a closer look at these things. Okay, so here are the 3 new ones and the old ones. So let me move these out of the way. And what I thought I'd do is just show you what this is. Basically, it is a little multi-tool, or some kind of tool in a credit card size little plastic package. And this again is the one I've had, called the Swiss Card Quattro. Again, I don't know how long I had this thing, but it's pretty cool. So if you can see what it's got here in this one, it has a little thin screwdriver, and it's got the 2 little Phillips heads here and here, and little flat heads, 2 different size flat heads here, if you can see that. And it fits in a nice little slot here with a nail nick, thumb nick to get it out. Over here, you have just a little Swiss Army blade, about the same size as on the little classic I carry all the time. And this one is, like I say, pretty old. So what I thought we'd do is we'll start with this one. It's pretty old. We'll see if it passes the redneck sharp test, as old as it is. And it doesn't. So that's fine. I wasn't expecting it to. It has had 0 maintenance done. So that's got a knife and a little screwdriver set. On the other side, it's got, so what we got here? We got a little nail file. So this is a older nail file. We have a little toothpick that Swiss Army knives are famous for. We got a pair of tweezers. And we've got a little pin. And let's see if the little pin still writes after all these years. And looky there, it does. It's also got a little ruler on the side that is in millimeters, and on the back it says inches. So there's that. Now, set that aside. We'll take a look at the 3 new versions of that. So first we'll just look at the Classic. This is called the Swiss Card Classic. And first you'll notice the size is the same. These things are 3 1/4 inches long, by 2 1/8 wide by about 0.2 inches thick, and they weigh 0.9 ounces, just less than an ounce. So first you'll notice it's translucent, okay? So instead of solid color, all of them now are translucent. You can kind of see what's in there. And they're offered in 3 different colors. They are in translucent red, blue, or gray. They call it black, but because it's translucent, it looks gray to me. So let me move these aside. So this is the classic. So it's the closest thing to what my original one was, I think. And the retail value, by the way, the price on this classic is somewhere around the neighborhood of 31 or 32 bucks. So let's talk about what is in here. First of all, there is a knife, just a little blade. They call this a letter opener. Let's see if this one passes the redneck sharp test. And oh yes, it does. I figured it might, because these things are sharp. I've sliced my finger on some of these tools before, so that goes in just like that. And it's got a little detent that stays in there. Then over here we've got some really nice little scissors. And if you're familiar at all with the Swiss Army knife stuff, you know they've got some really good scissors. Let's just see how well it cuts some paper. And it does. What these things are really good for is maybe trimming your nails, or cutting some threads off or something. You know, anything you need to do some little snips and repairs. And they will go in just like, let's see, I think it goes in like this. So you squeeze them together, push them in, and again, you got just enough room to catch it right there on that side. Now, that's everything on this end. What about on this end? On this end we have a pin, same as the one that was in mine. We have a toothpick, just like the old one. A pair of tweezers, just like the old one. And a nail file, just like the old one. So the difference, I think, the only difference I can see in these two is the new one has a pair of scissors instead of a screwdriver. So it does not have the screwdriver set, it has a pair of scissors. And that is it. And it's also got the same metric and imperial measurement on the side. So there's that one. The next iteration, I guess, is the Swiss Card Lite. And the Swiss Card Lite is about 40 bucks MSRP. Let's see what the difference is on it. It's pretty cool, actually. So first of all, just like the classic and like mine, it has a blade here. And should we try it again? Okay, so this one, well, it sort of meets the redneck sharp test. Wasn't quite as sharp as the one on the classic. Same pair of scissors here, so we've seen that. This one has a screwdriver over here, so it's got a four-part screwdriver, same as mine. Magnifying glass, and let's see if I don't know if you can see that on here or not, but it has a magnifying glass. I don't know if this would be good, if this would work for a fire or not. It doesn't seem very big to start a fire, and I haven't had a lot of luck with that, but it's got one there. You might could get a fire starter with that, but you can also, you know, find a splinter or something like that you need to. And then it has a pair of tweezers and this one, because you got the tweezers and you got the magnifying glass, it has a needle, a stainless steel needle or pin, so maybe you can dig that splinter out of there if you need to. And it's stainless steel, so it won't rust on you. And then it also has a writing pen, okay? But, they call this the Swiss Card Lite because it has a light on it, a little LED light. And the battery, by the way, is replaceable. That battery is a CR125 button battery, and basically you just pop this down, it slides out, and you can replace it. And there it is. So basically, this is kind of like a blend between my old one and this one. It has the scissors of this one. It does not have the toothpick, and it does not have a nail file. So, but it has a magnifying glass and a light instead of those two, because it's got room for the battery there. So that's the Swiss Card Lite. Finally, and by the way, I got to say, this one's got the coolest box. So check this box out here. This is the Swiss Card nail care. Watch this box. Boom, look at that. Isn't that cool? Ooh. It's like, man, I mean, you know, I know I'm easily amused, but still, I think that's a pretty cool box. I like stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. This is a Swiss card nail care, and as you might have guessed, this is aimed primarily at nail care. So it has a magnifying glass just like this one. It has a pair of scissors just like this one. It has a screwdriver just like this one. So it's not totally nail care oriented. This one has a toothpick, which I like. No tweezer. Oh, it does have tweezers. This one has tweezers. And also has a little pin here. It's got a little detent on the bottom. Okay, if you get it out. Okay, stainless steel pen. A writing pen. I showed you that, and a measuring scale. But it also has. This one has a really nice glass nail file. So now you might think, why do you need a nail care kit? But so for example, myself, I play guitar, so I have to keep my nails cut really short, otherwise they interfere with my fretting hand. And so I generally keep them cut short anyway, because when you work and you get dirt on them, they look pretty bad. So it's always good to have something like that. And this is a really nice nail file, by the way. It just keeps everything. It really is a good file. So anyway, that being said, that is the Swiss card nail care. And I got to say, the price on this one was $38 too. So, and again, it's got the really cool box. Okay, so that was a hopefully quick look at the new Victorinox Swiss cards. And again, that was the Swiss card Classic, the Swiss card Light, Booyah, and the Swiss card Nail Care. And these are all cool, all the same size, and very handy tools to have. So I was going to tell you a story about my experience with this in the TSA. So as you can see, the one I have, and by the way, this thing it's got some miles on it. Okay, it started to come apart a little bit right here, and I think I must have hit it on something. So anyway, it's got a blade on it, and as you know, the TSA does not allow you to have a blade even this small. You can carry a screwdriver with like a 4-inch shaft on it, but you can't carry this. Go figure that. Anyway, I've got a jacket from True Spec that's got a lot of pockets in it. It's got pockets on the sleeve and pockets here and pockets everywhere. And I kind of made that to be like a sort of a survival jacket. In other words, I put stuff in all the pockets. I had a ferro rod in there, a peanut lighter, a flashlight, different things. And I had this in there in one of those pockets just because I thought, look, it takes up very little room. You can put it in your wallet if you want to. It's small enough, but it does give me a little blade, you know, a little screwdriver if I need, you know, just small stuff. And it's got a toothpick and a pair of tweezers and stuff like that. So it's just a handy little thing to have. Doesn't take up very room, weighs less than an ounce, right? Imagine my surprise when I just grabbed my jacket, put it on, and headed to the airport. And I think I was going to SHOT Show Vegas. I don't remember, but it was a couple years ago. I got through TSA, back into my room at where I was going. So I went through TSA, got on the plane, flew it out there, and I realized this was in the pocket, like the chest pocket. So this made it through all the screening. Now, I am not saying you should take this through TSA. I'm not saying this is TSA approved. I'm just saying that this one did get through one time, and it was an accident, because I wouldn't try to sneak it through. Look, it's not a big enough. It is not worth it to me to take a chance on going to jail or having all kinds of hassle for that. You know what I mean? It was totally an accident, but it did make it through. So don't tell anybody, okay? Because I don't want them coming knocking on my door saying, you know, blah blah blah. I don't know what the statute of limitations is, but let's say it was decades ago, okay? Anyway, that was just, I thought that was interesting. So there's no telling. I'm not saying these are TSA approved. They all, actually, this one probably would. Okay, the nail care kit has no blade in it, just a pair of scissors, so it would probably make it through okay, because I think it's legal to do that. I know I've got a multi-tool with a pair of scissors and no blade, and it goes through, so okay. And they've looked at it and opened it up and asked me about it almost every time, and it always makes it through. So I think this one would get through, so you should be good on that. Anyway, that is the Swiss cards, the 3 new ones, and a quick look at my old one. Hopefully this has been a helpful, interesting video. If you're looking for a really cool way to carry some very handy little tools in a very compact, very handy little package, man, these things are so cool. I've used mine a lot. As you can see, it's falling apart now. I've used it so much, but it's probably warranted. I need to send it back to them, don't I? Anyway, thanks again to the folks at Victorinox for sending me these so I can show them to you. And also thanks to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible by creating an opportunity for you to save money and support the channel at the same time. Speaking of supporting the channel, if you want to support the channel financially, you can go to patreon.com/survivalonpurpose and get signed up there. All the supporters at the $5 a month level or greater are entered in a monthly giveaway. We'll give away something cool. You got to keep that secret because Patreon doesn't like that, but you like it and I like it. So if you want to do that, that'd be great. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any videos and you can stay in touch with the channel just in case, you know, YouTube decides to cancel me, I invite you to go to survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe and get signed up for my weekly email newsletter where I'll send you links and stuff every week to videos and other cool stuff. So just once a week. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.